What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of CryptoCrewUniversity.com, home of the #1 crypto classes. If you want to take this complex world of crypto, make it super simple so that you have more success, this channel is for you. Hit that subscribe button right now, and everybody hit that thumbs up button. Bitcoin is incredibly close to passing an absolute super trend of 884 days. Here are our critical targets and what would happen if we don't officially pass this super trend. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday. In our last video on Wednesday, we said, look, if we can get 3K likes by Friday, I'm going to come on and do an emergency update bonus video. And here I am. I'm a man of my word, even though I have gotten no sleep with this incredibly tough 12-hour time difference. But I'm a man of my word, and I'm here today. And we have an incredible video planned for you, starting with this chart. There's 4 distinct charts we're going to get into. All of them have very critical pieces of information, including this trend here, our short-term trend, our long-term trend, and then this trend from a different perspective. We have a lot to get to, but I want to say thank you to our community for just destroying the like button. Our community is so strong, and I just want to give a shout out to you and the rest of our community. So thank you very much. If you're new here, join the movement and hit that subscribe button. So before we jump into the charts, I want to say that Crypto Crew University has been around for 3 years. And in 3 years, we're doing something right now that we've never done in all of our 3-year history. For a limited time only, we're doing a 50% off site-wide. This is absurd. 50% off site-wide. Everybody has been flocking to the site to grab that gold bundle. It's flying off the shelves. It's incredibly popular. So is the gold combo perfect for you? Well, if you've been in crypto between 1 and 3 years, it's absolutely perfect for you. But look, you've been wanting to get the classes. You've been thinking about getting the classes for a long time. In fact, you've probably gone to the website and you have been almost right there. But I want to make something very, very clear. There will never be a better chance to get the courses this cheap than right now. So don't miss this opportunity. Pause this video right now. Look at the website right here. Go to the website, scoop up and lock in that 50% off on the gold bundle. You can see the bundles right here. You can get more information right here. You sign up right here. This is the gold. And if you're super new, you get the diamond. And if you have any questions, you contact me. But let's be honest. For the past year, you've been watching your portfolio continue down. And you've been looking for ways to recover your losses. You have. And you've been at the same time watching these big trades pass you by. I have the perfect solution for you, and a solution that's helped students all over the world. On Wednesday's video, I showed you a few trades that if you took my classes and you followed your strategy, you would have made if you follow those coins. Now, I'm going to show you a couple new ones. This is ZEC, this is Zcash, right? My strategy, my courses teach you how to buy low, sell high, so that you have way less stress, make a lot more profits, and use of just a small amount of time, right? So you would have bought down here, you would still be in this trade, and you would be up 171% right now. What would that feel like to recover your losses, to recover your portfolio, build for your future, take care of your family by following a simple strategy? It doesn't matter if you're 10 years old or 110. Next trade, OMG. You talk about dominating trades, 395% just would have closed your position a few days ago. You talk about buy low, sell high. Look at this chart. And then you may be saying, well, Steve, I don't know about this. 171%, 395% sounds too good to be true. Well, I'm a man of my word. Mark my words. I stand behind this 1,000%. Clip this video If you sign up to the gold or diamond, and my strategy, my simple strategy, doesn't tell you to buy on this date and sell on this date to make this amount of profits, I'll give you every cent back. It's that simple. It's that simple. So it's time for you to pull the trigger. You've been wanting to for a while. Come to the website, cryptocrewuniversity.com, 50% off. You're going to scroll right down and you're going to lock in that gold bundle. More information here. Sign up here. If you need to contact me, I'll be standing by. That's right here. Now, let's jump into these charts. So if you're new here, this is where we take a scientific approach to the charts, looking at only the facts, removing all the news, removing all of our emotional opinions, only looking at price action and the facts. So if you like that, hit the subscribe button and join the movement. This looks a little complicated, a little overwhelming. So let's take it piece by piece. There's a lot going on here, but we'll break it down in a simple way. I'm about to give you a simple technique that'll really make divergence clear for the rest of your life, right? There's divergence that you've seen at the bottoms of the charts where price is making a higher low, right? Or a lower low, right? What you see at the bottom, anytime you see divergence at the bottom, so what is divergence? It means price is going one way, indicator is going another. But let me give you this simple technique. If you see divergence at the bottoms of your chart, those are always bullish. Plain and simple. There's hidden bullish divergence, there's regular, there's several types of divergence. Plain and simple, if you see it at the bottom, it's bullish. If you see it at the top, it's bearish. Plain and simple. Right there, you probably had an aha moment. Holy crap, now it makes sense. So, what we see here, there's two different divergences. Let's break them down simply. Starting on this date, May 10th, we started to form our bullish divergence, and we ended our bullish divergence here on May 26th. Then you see this move from our bullish divergence. So we moved into this move from our bullish divergence, then forming a larger bearish divergence here at the top, right? So I just want to show you what happened from a simple perspective. First, we had that bullish divergence here, right? You can see it here at the chart. So we're going to just get rid of that so the charts become a little clearer. Now we know that, okay, starting on this date, May 26th, that's when the bullish divergence really triggered. Now we have some bearish divergence. How do we know it's bearish? Because we're drawing it from the tops of the charts. We had our high here, we made a higher high. Then when you're looking at the indicators, those have to be drawn from the top as well. You need to compare top to top, and you need to compare bottom to bottom. If it's bottom to bottom, always bullish. If it's top to top, always bearish. Now you've learned substantially more about divergence just in 1 minute than you've learned in probably months, right? Now, let's look at this divergence. We have bearish divergence. It's on the larger frame here, right? It started in May 7th and then is building up to June 2nd. That hasn't yet played out. You can see it happening with the RSI, with the stochastic RSI, and with the MACD, all of which are forming. We had our high forming a lower high, and you can see the RSI forming lower highs, and you can see the MACD forming lower highs, all while price action is forming higher highs. Bearish divergence. How do we know? It's at the top. This is something to keep in mind as Bitcoin is trying to do something that it hasn't done in 884 days. We're trying to break above some key trend lines that I'm about to show you. So the reason that these are all important, the first thing I want you to do when you open up a chart in the morning or whenever you look at the charts is find market structure and the trend. That's it. Don't draw a whole bunch of different things on your chart. Look for those two things, and they will tell you all that you need to know. For example, 6 months ago, we made this video, November 27th, 2019. And here's what we had to say, just keeping it super simple. It'll save us. Number one, 6.4K. If we can hold this over the next couple months, things are looking pretty good. The next level to watch, if we break 6.4, there's one level that will very likely go directly to, and that's the bodies of 2018 and 2019. The bodies on the downside. So we said if we break 6.4, we go to this level. It's really simple. It's written right in the charts. We're going to go directly to that level if we break 6.4, and that level was 3,727. And we fell exactly to that level just by keeping it simple in the charts, looking only at the facts, removing all of the news. So as you know, we fell pretty much to the dollar to that level just by keeping it simple. So we've got divergence. We're keeping it simple. You can look at the charts. It's bearish. It hasn't played out yet. We need to keep an eye on that. Now, at the same time, we have an uptrend. This is our short-term uptrend for the past couple months, right? Now, if you're used to seeing it on a log scale, it will look like this, but no matter how you cut it, when you open the charts in the morning or whenever you look at it, I want you to look at what the trend is. You can draw this trend line or just look at higher lows and higher highs. That's the definition of an uptrend. We had our low here, we had a higher low here, we had another higher low here, we had another higher low here, and our last higher low here. At the same time, making highs after higher high, after higher high, after higher high, and just recently, a couple of days ago, forming our newest higher high. These are all really, really critical for you to look at. First thing, what is the trend? So we know we've got this short-term uptrend. That's bullish. Plain and simple. There's no other way to define the last 2 months than bullish. It's the facts and the charts, right? We know we have two major roadblocks, but we're also staying level-headed. We know that we're in an uptrend. We know we have massive roadblocks that have given us many headaches over the last 8 to 10 months. So let's get into it. We know that the short term is bullish. How about the long term? The long-term trend line for the past couple years has been bearish, right? So it's very critical to understand that this is the past couple months, this is the past couple years, and this is our battle right now. And it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. There's one price that we've been looking at for 7-8 months, and that's 10.5K. And while everybody has been super emotional, oh my God, Bitcoin is going to the moon, or oh my God, Bitcoin is crashing, no matter what, 10.5K is the deciding factor if we change our trend in the big picture, right? So I want that to be crystal clear. Now we are battling with this trend line, and albeit it's just 5 days, right? This is the 5th day of the month. So far, this candle is looking pretty good. But again, let's be realistic and know that there's 25 days left. So in 25 days from now, if we close above 9,003, that will be the single most bullish thing Bitcoin has done in years. Let's make that very, very clear. If we close above 9,003 in 25 days from now, it'll be the single most bullish thing Bitcoin has done in years. It will be fireworks. Trust me. However, if we're not able in 25 days to close above this and we close below 9,003, this trend will continue. And we more than likely will make a lower low. We have to first, if you want prices to drop and you're like, I hope they drop, I want to buy Bitcoin cheaper, you have to watch this short-term trend and see if we break that. That's the short term, the first thing, the first step. If you want prices to fall, that's what you look for, right? And then the bigger picture is in 25 days from now. So let's break it down from one more perspective, because this is the monthly candle, right? and we're holding above it. So I want you to watch that 9,002. I want you to watch that 9,002 level for the next 25 days. Now let's break it down here. The reason this chart is important is because candlestick charts, as you're used to, have 4 components. There's 4 components to a candlestick. There's the open, the close, the high, and the low, right? So if you have a candle here, for example, this big green candle, it opened here at this price. It closed here at this price. This wick represents our high, and this bottom wick represents our low. That's a lot of information. This chart just has the close. That's it. And you can have, it's a line chart. You get it right here. It's a line chart. And you can have the line chart be based on the open, the close, the high, the low. You can choose. But the closing price is something you hear me talk about time and time and time again. Closing, closing, closing above. Body closing here, body closing here. If you watch my channel, which I know you do, you've heard me say it far too many times. So when you pull up the line chart, have it be based on the closing price. Now, if we look at that same trend line, right? This same trend line that's a few years old, and we're looking now at a 6-day chart. It's nice and crisp and clean for us to see the closing prices. What we're noticing is that right now, look at where Bitcoin is, above this trend line. And in 5 days from now, we will close here. So it's a shorter term perspective for us to get a foreshadowing of what could potentially be to come. So over the next 5 days, I would like you to draw this on your chart. Look at how clean this chart is. And it tells us all the information for the past couple years. There's not all these ridiculous drawings on here that overcomplicate things. If you want to learn from really highly successful traders, they'll have really simplistic charts, and I want you to really adapt that mentality as well. So it's BTC USD on the 6-day with a line chart, with the closing price, with our trend line from the peak here all the way down and closing above. We want to see prices stay above 9,007 over the next 5 days and 10 hours from now. Okay, so this is something I want you to watch. Now, here's the storylines. Is this bearish divergence going to be strong enough to break our short-term uptrend? If it is, we'll have a break of the trend, which means we've got rejected from 10.5K. We reverse this uptrend into a downtrend, which would follow this bigger downtrend into more than likely lower lows. Or are we going to see over the next 5 days Bitcoin close above 9,007, which would help us have a better chance of closing the monthly candle bullish, which would give us potentially the momentum to get up to 10.5K and above. If we get above 10.5K, as we mentioned, it's fireworks, plain and simple. And if we close this monthly candle above, it would be the most bullish thing Bitcoin has done in years, right? So which scenario do you feel is going to play out? I would like to hear your comments down below. This is getting to be a fascinating situation that Bitcoin is going through, but this trend line is 884 days. 884 days old, and we just are peeking our head above it here on the 6-day chart. It's getting very excited. So these are the simple charts I want you to have on your computers and watching it, especially this short-term trend line in the next 5 days here. So let me know how you believe it's going to play out, but we're going to be covering it every step of the way here. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on and hit that like button right now. Now, I want to get into Steve's secrets to success. This is going to be a really good one, something that I've never shared with you before that really connected deeply with me more recently from an interview that I recently saw. So we're going to get into that now. And first, I want to introduce you to Neil. Neil, I guarantee, is a lot like you. He has been hesitant to sign up to the classes because he's like, look, there's a lot of free content out there and I'm learning from this free content. But look at what he realized and look at what happened to Neil, because it will really resonate with you. He says, quote, I was hesitant to purchase Steve's classes as I thought I knew what I was doing based on all the free content out there. What I found out, all the free content was worth exactly what I paid for it. Zero. His classes cost a fraction of what I paid to go to college, yet Steve's classes are so much more useful. The cost of his classes is minuscule compared to the money I am now earning in crypto, thanks to CryptoCrewUniversity.com. So this is such a common thing that I see. A lot of my students, one of their biggest regrets is that they wish they signed up sooner, plain and simple. And you, I guarantee, will feel the same way once you sign up. You're going to be like, damn, I wish I signed up so much sooner. So bite the bullet. Today is the day you put your foot down. There is no better chance you will ever have to get my courses this cheap. There's no better time. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Go to CryptoCrewUniversity.com. The link is right here. Pause this video, CryptoCrewUniversity.com, plug it in, go scoop up the gold bundle. This is flying off the shelves, by far our most popular combo ever. You want more info, you click right here. You can read all about the gold bundle, and then sign up right here. If you're really new to crypto, you get the diamond, right? We have payment plans as well, but let's be very clear. The one-time payment is by far the most savings. If you can't afford the one-time payment, we do have 3-month payments and 6-month payments, right? And if you have any questions, you click right here and contact me. I'll be standing by. All right? So I want to see you on the other side. This is the time you put your foot down. You've been watching your portfolio go down for over a year now, and you have been looking for a way to recover your losses. This is your ticket. This is your ticket. So I'll see you on the other side. Now, Steve's secrets to success. I'm excited about this one. First, if you like Twitter, you can feel free to follow us on the Twitters. Crypto Crew U. Oh, we're on our road to 80K. So hit that subscribe button. We hopefully will hit 80,000 subscribers this month. So help us get there. Look right down. 36% of you are not subscribed. You watch all of my videos. So go down, look at the red button. Obviously, red is bad luck in trading. You don't want red. Click it, make it not red, and then you're a part of the family. Also, I just want to say a shout out to my students. I just feel blessed and really overwhelmed with all the emails that come pouring in from people that have really gained that confidence, really turned that corner, and for the first time in their life are understanding how to trade. And that's really special. And I want to give a shout out. And if you're my student, I'm talking to you. And keep up the great work. Keep believing in yourself. Keep having that confidence. Keep having that abundant mindset, and great things will come. So thank you. Now, Steve's secrets to success is about childhood passion. I recently was listening to an interview, and they talked about this book that was about Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison. And it was really fascinating because they talked about how these two had these really distinct childhood passions that ended up being what they did with their career. However, they were really involved with this childhood passion. It consumed their life, and then they went into, herd mentality, which we all do. And, we went through this school process, and we reprogrammed our brain to be like a normal human and do normal things. And they fell away from their childhood passions, and they didn't achieve success until they went back to their childhood passions. And that's when everything exploded for them, and they saw massive success. And this really resonated with me because when I think about my childhood, I was fascinated with finance. at a very young age. At 7 years old, I started earning my own money, and I just was fascinated with saving money, with earning interest, and how to compound my money. I was really fascinated with this, and baseball cards, basketball cards was, now that I look back on it, I treated them like stocks. I was just absolutely amazed how a card could be worth a certain amount of money, and then the next year it could either be worth more or less. And I wanted to buy low, sell high. I treated it like stocks, and at the time I had no idea what the stock market was. I'd never heard of it, but that's how my brain worked. I really was fascinated with, okay, this card is worth this much. Why? Is it the color? Is it the condition? Is it the shape? Is it the player? Is it a combination? Is it the brand? What is it about this? And then the next year it would go up or down. Why? I would really be fascinated with this concept. So, and then this happened throughout my teenage years. And then when I was 15 years old, I sat my mom down. I said, look, I've had a bank account for all these years, but my money's not doing anything. Like, what can I do? And at the time, we didn't have the luxury of like having a computer or internet or any of those fancy things that the rich kids had. I just had myself. And I asked my mom, like, what do I do? I need to do something to earn more money. I read in some books that my money needs to work for me, but I don't really understand what that means. What can I do? And my mom's like, I don't know. We just have a bank account too. So I was like, okay, well, you have a lot of friends and family. Like, can you ask everybody? And she says, okay. So she comes back to me in about a week. She sits me down. She says, look, everybody pretty much has a bank account except one of my friends does this stock market thing, and they made a lot of money. And I said, okay, set me up with a meeting with their guy. They had like a broker, right? I didn't understand what that meant, but that was my ticket. I said, set me up with a meeting. She goes, okay, but I'm gonna have to drive you there because you're 15, you can't drive. I said, okay, but let me do all the talking in the meeting. She says, whatever. So I remember sitting in that meeting the first day, and he gave me all of these charts. I'd never seen charts before. He gave me all these charts. This is so thick, this big manual. I was looking at all the information, all the data, and I was just blown away. So Steve's secrets to today is, what's your childhood passion? Because a lot of times in life we have this passion. It's so deep. You had a childhood passion. What is it? And you probably fell away from it because of normalcy, society. They want you to conform. They want you to fit inside this little mold. But nobody fits inside the mold. So go back to whatever that childhood passion was. And that is where you're going to unlock true success. So think about it. I hope this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments down below if it has. Ooh, one more announcement. I don't know if you're a sports fan. I'm a big basketball fan. As you know, I just told you about basketball cards back when I was 7 years old. Basketball season is coming back. Maybe you don't care, but I just want to announce it because I'm pretty excited. I love basketball. Last but not least, I want you to have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Keep staying positive, keep focused, think about your childhood passion, and if you haven't signed up to the classes yet, I'm going to see you on the other side, and I look forward to it. And if you're a student, keep believing in yourself. The sky is the limit, and I'm talking to you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace and love to the Crypto Crew.